map off them when they took out Overpass with a wonderful comeback into an epic overtime, and then Titan taking Virtus Pro's map off them, being Train, and hopefully that will make it so VP never pick Train again. I don't like that.
That won't happen.
Also, shout out to Maniac, who starts off this entire game with a team kill, knifing out Smiths. And it will actually be VP that win the 9th round. They will instantly move, or stay in this case, on CT side, and we will start the half. We're burning very late into the night, and VP, they had to play a game this morning. I'm really surprised they've got the energy.
Yeah, well, you never know if they really have the energy. They have to prove it now.
Maybe that's what happened to the one Train?
Maybe, but I think that that was just a very good start for Titan on the terrorist side.
Wow, VP commit more. they're running down Banana. The flashbang will come out. Only blinds up Neo a little bit, but they're coming down with everyone else. Snacks to push down the arch side. Well, they actually will get all the way through with the 5-7, getting a good glimpse all the way up the mid, hitting into Shocks. He's down to 14 at the moment, but Smith, he does get past Haz, so they're onto the side. Snacks moving as quickly as he possibly can, shooting into the Bagola area, checking Boiler as well, but Titan already with that bomb down. Now it's going to batten down the hatches and survive the storm that is Virtus Pro.
And Shocks with a very good position to cover his teammates from apartments. He will probably face up against Pasha. He will get the frag as well. At the same time, Maniac and RPK step in with, well, RPK didn't step in with a frag, but he at least took away the attention and allowed his teammates to get the kill. So Smith with the 3rd frag of the round, making it 1-0 in favor of Titan. Really well played by the Frenchman. Once again, starting off the terrorist side with the pistol round in the back. They can follow it up just like they did on Terrain. We have another CT-sided map. We have another, probably,
This one works a little bit better for pistols, because there's a lot more tighter corners they could function with, especially when you look down towards Banana. It's a lot closer to play with, so they start a little bit of a spray battle. Pasha, don't know how he didn't take any bullets there whatsoever. Can't deflect that grenade, however, and he will take a little bit of damage from that. And already Titan are backing up. They're moving in towards Banana, and Neo is the man that has to make this call nice and early. And already Snacks, he's sitting in the archway with Pasha, ready to start the rotate, but they haven't got anywhere just yet. In fact, oh, there's your push in from Maniac, as well as RPK. They find the opening. They also see Bialy trying to have a bit of a nap inside the bedroom. He actually gets the shot out. It's a nice little gun to pick up. Not brilliant, and he won't actually get a kill with it. But either way, he gets some good money coming their way. Now it's Neo getting the pick. Moves over to the Deagle. Just wants that quick one shot to the Scout. And, okay, tries using 3, 4, unable to do it. And it will be Titan taking out the 2nd round. No amazing comeback. That time I actually gave him the credit for it. I thought it was going to happen. Last time I was like, This time, I tried to stick with you through it, man. It didn't come to fruition, however.
Well, at least Titan got the round, right? Neo was... Yeah, well, he wasn't that far away from actually clutching it. He had the terrorists separated from each other. If he had gotten a headshot, he could have really made something big happen. Now, Virtus Pro is using one of Titan's go-to plays, and they put all their eggs in one basket, leaving Kaz alone on the A-bomb side. And he will be the solitary defender over there. Titan checks every corner as they go to work on the first few CTs. They end up in a 4v2 situation suddenly.
Yeah, this is just easy for Titan. They walk through, you lose one, but you don't really care. You're running around with Mac 10s. Like, if you get a pick off with it, you're getting a crap ton of money coming in. You're already seeing an 8.5k on Smiths. He doesn't have to give up this Mac 10 yet. Like, VP are now going to go into their M4, so maybe he does want to switch it out. But when you can combine up these Mac 10s, you just run these 4 runners. Yeah, they are still holding into 2 of them on Smiths and Mania.
Yeah, they will probably stay back and take on a more defensive or supporting role for the team members with the AKs.
It's going to be the entry fraggers. Like, if you're going to go up into top Banana, you know someone's going to be probably sitting in close. You just come in, you just spray, pray up a little bit. If you connect, you connect. And now Snack actually walks straight back past them. He's doing so much damage. Virtus Pro do actually inflict considerable damage into Titan. It wasn't the cleanest, but it works. And Pasha moving quickly in through construction. The support's coming in behind him. They're going to come in from CT. But already that quick move past you. They know he's on the other side of the smoke. But his existence is right on top of him. Number one, can't actually get that one. Bialy gets the upper hand, and now it's a 2-on-3 situation. Smith's actually walking in close. Pasha bumped into something and said, this is not a wall.
Oh,
cancelling the defuse. They're running out of time. Shocks. Someone's going to charge him right now. And right now, it's not going to work either. Pasha and Bialy both dropping. Shocks at the position, stops the defuse, and takes the round.
And that recoil control on Shocks, just to finish it off, just tipped it off. It's a cherry on top of the cake, kind of. He didn't actually had to get the frags in the end, but he still managed to pull off that spray control on the player that was jumping away through the corner, and he just showed off his skill and the amount of skill that he has at his disposal. 4-0 now in favor of Titan. They have a lot of money at their disposal, but Virtus.pro is running out of that. They only have those pistols to work with, and they're going for no stacks this time. They just go for a default setup, snack speed, close to the terrorist just like he likes to be, but this time around they stay behind the smoke. They wait for him to make that move, and they are prepared for that.
Smith didn't see anything during that shot.
Yeah, but he knows what's coming at him, and he had like 2 players with him, so it was kind of a spray patrol.
Like, unless the flashbang was going to knock his accuracy completely off, as in throw the gun back up in the air. He knew exactly where he was shooting. And RPK, she gets that initial hit up as Bialy's going to drop. They're getting shot from arch side, but still with 2 on either side, they go for this pincer move once again. I think 2. There's a lot more coming in now on the apartment side. And Neo, the last one surviving, he's got smoke. He's looking for just, he can see him. He can definitely see him. And you can definitely get shot by him. Existence ensuring Titan now go 5-0, but there's a lot of money here for Virtus.pro this time around. They're going to go into the ult for Pasha, the 4 M4s, and the 3 mollies as well. They've got to control Titan. They've got to stop these pushes.
Yeah, there's almost no room for error for Virtus.pro right now. They end up in a 5-0 deficit, just like they did on Train, and it's a kind of similar map, even though you can do more in those safe rounds, and they will open up the rounds with 2 quick frags, and Smith will go down to Neo as well on top of Banana. The bomb is dropped in there as well. Shocks and the Existence try to get their hands back on that, but Neo will smoke it off, calling for the rotation of his teammates, even though Existence goes next to small bits and pieces. Neo will make this, do the same. 2 Shocks and then burns alive to Existence. The Nade King will make it happen with only those grenades that he remotely, so to speak, controls. 1v2 now. He has the bomb on his back. And Pasha on the other side of the smoke, just waiting with that AWP. It is a scary situation for Pasha, and especially as Existence just pushes through. He gets a frag. Bialy is now alone, and suddenly this turned away, but Existence just ran with the back turn towards Bialy, and that is his end, 5-1.
That's actually the time when a bad decision becomes an amazing decision. I guess, okay, maybe bad decision is not the right terminology for this one. Like, for the situation it was in, moving back over to the A side wasn't going to help because there was 1 player pushing him. But because Titan were reading the fact, it's like, okay, no, he's going to be over in construction. That's where you're looking. That's where the problem was. Virtus.pro still started the run so wonderfully with the Molotov.
Yeah.
And Titan got committed into the push-in. And because of that, they came under the gunfire of Virtus.pro. They came under the Molotovs, and they just lost so much as they tried to make that play. And they're not going to make the same mistake twice.
Yeah, but even though they won the round, they are, as you said, they lost so much. They lost so much money as well. P90 and Max 7 now for Snacks and Taz. Even though they have the AWP for Pasha, they lack the defuse kits on all of their players. So they need to watch out where those get dropped in case they run low on the time on the bomb. Titans still, they should know about the financial struggle that Virtus.pro finds themselves in, and they should adjust that as well, and they should
back it up,
just force it.
Back it up, Pasha. Okay, push it forward, Pasha. There's a guy right in front of
Oh!
you. How did that miss?
How did he miss
It actually
that?
managed to sidewind around the body. Taz, with this P90, could really catch Titan out of position, but no, they actually win on the gun battles. They want to push over to B-side. Snacks there with Max 7. That won't do enough work either. Bialy, well, now he knows he's lost control of the B-side. You've got RPK, the floater back over a CT spawn. Bialy will get the upper hand there, but Titan low on life on 2 of their players. But it's a real difficult move in for Bialy. No smokes, no flashes, no nades. He's saving the M4.
Yeah, and that's a huge pity, considering that Taz and Snacks both had the chance to take all of them down, basically. Taz with the P90 spray, and then Snacks following up with the Max 7. If he just had been closer, it could have ended way differently, considering the HP of Shocks and Smiths, and also of RPK earlier on in the round. Bialy will at least save the AWP, so he will pick 2 frags on the way out. But Titan win another round, and you know what that means. It resets the CT's money. They are down to 1.4, 1.8k.
They got Neo's all.
Yeah,
and they're putting it in the right position here. So what they're trying to do is bring that AWP down to Banana. This will stop Titan from aggressively pushing. Neo can get the early frag. If he loses the AWP, just bring an extra teammate, and that's what it's all about. You get the pick, and then all of a sudden VP like, well, I mean Titan, like they understand that the AWP was going to be there. Neo tries to play a closer angle, Pasha. Aggressive push down towards the bench, not going to work. The flash is still coming too. And Neo is like, he's sick of waiting. He comes out and has another peek. Shox only lost 25 life, and they're all backing up. But Shox is also, like, he only lost that life to Pasha. Snacks, the flash has come, he's completely blind. And Shox able to capitalize. Looking up a little bit further towards the balcony. Taz tries to actually jump back in again. Not that much damage to Smiths for the work. And Neo's still going to hold on to this AWP. Like pushing, maybe he can find an angle from library. And, okay, well that looked fairly good.
Yeah.
It just didn't connect.
Quote a player. That was on him, I swear. So that was definitely on him.
Yep, that was straight the testicles.
Yeah, he will be supported by Bialy, who picks up an AK as well. So this round didn't end too badly for Virtus Pro at all. Now, they still have to hold on to those guns a few more seconds, but yeah, that second peek by Neo, actually, on top of Banana, it was just to see if there is actually still some terrorist movement around Banana, just to see the information. It wasn't actually to get the frag, and you saw that he fired a shot, but he didn't really take aim. It was settled on the gap, and he just pulled the trigger on the gap. There had been a player in that specific spot, he would have been dead, but Neo didn't really flick, he didn't take his time. He saw the people and then backed off instantly. He wanted to stay alive, that was his main object. And he saw them, he called it out for his teammates, and they tried to work on top of that, which didn't end too well in the end. At least they have those guns, and they will back them up with FAMAS and M4A1 for Taz and Pasha, the 5-7 in the hands of Snacks. And at least they have some decent amount of armor and a few grenades as well. Titan on the other side already captured Banana, and you know how important that is.
It is important. They're still to get through this last little area. With the smokes from First Pro they had available, and there's still another 2 Molotovs, they're unable to actually fully take control of Banana, especially when that push comes in from Snacks. He didn't realize there's also one over his sandbags. He brought RPK down to 12 life, but now Neo is having a solo defend under smoke. This is not healthy for your body. He still can't find a pickoff, and in fact, Maniac just shoots him through the wall. There's another CT there as Pasha, and another wall shot just penetrating through into Virtus Pro. Taz comes up, but he cannot connect on any of these M4 bullets. And he knows the problem. Bialy as well, trying to spray into the corner. Now Taz finally finds one, runs out of bullets in the clip again. And it's all up to Bialy. A 1-on-3. He has the AK. The bomb plant only now just going down. And the Molotov, well, that's just going to waste so much time of his. And he can't just escape out. He'll be watched as he moves back to CT. Shock's already in position for this. No way to save that gun. And another round going to Titan. 8-1. They have found their mojo. They have stolen it from Austin Powers.
Yeah, time traveling and stuff, we had it earlier today. So Titan just being unleashed right now. They focus so much on the B bomb side, however, that Virtus Pro is trying, as I mentioned it, they're trying to battle that with a 5-man stack over there. Even though it's only pistols, they have quite a few grenades, and it will all toss them into the archways as Titan will try to execute on that. They will face them against the HQ grenades, ending up in a 2v2, and Bialy's still not finished off. P250 to the head of RPK, taking him down to 19 HP. RPK trying to defend his position, being spotted by Shocks. The bomb is still on the loose, and Virtus Pro maintaining control off top of Banana against the two terrorists that now got those C4 back in their control, and they will circle around to the A-bomb site, trying to avoid stacking or running into the stack of Bialy and Pasha.
And that stack, like, this works so perfectly for Titan. They understand that VP want to move forward and pick up these AKs. They're looking for the weapons. They're not that healthy, but they need to pick up the AKs, which means they've got all the time in the world to get that plant down. And it's still going to be another 5 or 10 seconds until VP is ready to come and attack in and defuse that bomb. And if Pasha tries to go up through Boiler right now, it's going to take even longer.
Yeah, and Shocks and RPK use that time to get themselves into that pit position where they have the not triangle, but at least they have a duo of death. And Bialy and Pasha will realize that the terrorists had way too much time to get themselves in position. The bomb was ticking in the meantime. They don't have a defuse kit, so they will just stay there.
I'm hoping RPK's got enough life to survive. Okay, no he doesn't. Shocks has enough. So 1 AK loss for Titan, but you're 9 rounds to 1. Are you really going to be sitting there going, you know what? I made some bad choices in that financial depression.
Did they do some? I don't think that it was necessarily.
They were the ones sitting on top of the oil mine. That's Titan right now.
Yeah, that is definitely
They made
Titan.
good investments for
Especially
the future.
Shocks with 13k. I mean, he's the rich man in the lineup of Titan right now, cashing out to his teammates. They should actually have Shocks drop a few weapons, because he might hit the 16k limit, and then it's basically throwing away money. So if he drops weapons for his teammates, could have done that in this very round to bring him down to 10k or maybe less. So his teammates can work up the money and they all level it up a little bit, but that's, Titan is not concerned with that.
They'll work it out in a moment. For now, it's Titan coming in, breaching heavily into that A site. And only 2 players left alive, Neo and Snacks for Virtus Pro. Snacks on the flank, he is going to find existence with his back turned. A little bit of a twist. We're again into the same position where Virtus Pro have a decision. It's 3 on 2, they're not in a great position to try and retake the A site. They could wait for the exit frags. At the same time, Titan could just stack into the corner of pit and survive. So they have that option. With that early kill, now VP, they still lost Snacks as well. Neo could just try and go for it himself.
Yeah, but the bomb is ticking too far already. It is too far gone. No defuse kit. Once again, it is economy around Slovis. It's not that bad playing or unfocused or whatever, or they are not hitting their shots. It is the pure financial depression is losing them the rounds right now. And
Shocks and Existence are the ones cashing in. 13 kills and 11 kills each. Like, it's too good right now for Titan. Their stat padding is what this half is. It's such a one-sided affair. And now Pasha, the opening kill, they open up some space. Smith was the one that was wanting to do that. He also picked himself up an orb. And Bialy needs to win this fight too. And now Virtus Pro, they have chances to repair this. Pasha, another one, looks for the third, but he cannot claim it. Virtus Pro aggressively pushing down Banana, but the arch side currently belongs to Titan as they battle a long way into the pit. They'll go into library and realize that moving to the B side is going to be the smarter choice at the moment.
Yeah, will they actually make their way towards that? They
can't make it in time.
On the way, yeah.
Maniac's kind of stuck at CT spawn, which is most definitely not his home. As the orb thrown forward, Neo, can anyone reach it in time? Yep, Taz can, so they'll still protect the orb of Pasha. And they go 2 rounds to 10. Virtus Pro getting themselves on the board for the first time in what, how many rounds? Are we 10, 11? It was a while.
It was actually only 5, but it seemed like an eternity.
It really does seem like an eternity.
Yeah, so, well, Titan.
It's like I'm watching the clock and time has just slowed.
Maybe because it's that late.
I'm not watching the clock for that. I'm not even looking at the clock.
But Titan can do the weirdest stuff that they can come up with, and it's a form and push through balcony right now. They don't have to worry about anything. Not the money, not the scoreline. If Virtus Pro makes it 10-5, who cares, you know? It's 10 rounds on the terror side of the 10. If you don't win the game, it's actually your own fault from that point on. Insistence and Maniac will make it even better for Titan opening up the game.
This is the perfect round for them. It was the buy round for Virtus Pro. They really needed something to happen here. And right now, they've done some damage, but not a single kill into Titan. Neo is the sole survivor for Virtus Pro. They're Molotoving him out. He can't get through library. He's blind as anything. He will actually get one pick-off over on Smiths, but he was also one of the heavily tagged players. And watch the flank coming in from Shox and MBK. They're going to completely sandwich him in to library. And Neo, can he really watch from both angles? Shox will make the slow push in. Neo shows himself. He actually picks up another one, but they'll finally drop him. It's more worth it, even if... Okay, they didn't even lose a player with a bomb explosion. They just want to have a single weapon in the hands of Virtus Pro.
Yeah, and the expression on Neo's face and also the gesture with his hand, it just tells the story, you know? They are definitely not happy with their performance, but I will refuse to count Virtus Pro out. I'm not trying to fanboy them by any means. I know that Titan are a strong team and they definitely deserve what they gained up until to this point, but Virtus Pro are a team that can pull off just magical things. I don't know what they eat, sometimes it feels like they have...
This is where you want to be! But he can't do enough work just yet. Dropped a little bit too quickly, but Pasha was there to help him out. And they go 2-on-2 now. You asked for magical things, Virtus Pro. Well, if they can get a weapon for Taz, then they're looking a lot better. Right now, it's just Bialy. He's got that M4. Taz has to make do with the P250.
Yeah, but he can be used as a distraction, like a mobile decoy nade. And speaking of decoy nades, he still has a decoy nade. it's not going to be a viable choice.
The ones that you never buy.
Yeah.
It's like, especially at this point of the game, it's not going to make any difference for you. This is round 14, so yep, in comes Taz. Bialy, well, RBK takes one, Shox to take the second. Just a solid defense from Titan. And because it did take a while, not a while long enough, the bomb doesn't explode, Titan keep their guns. And Titan, in the last round here of this first half, looks like they are going to completely just bury Virtus Pro in a 13-2. VP, what have we got? Like, we've got Nov, and not much more.
Yeah, they have to, once again, come up with something magical. But even in the previous round, they brought it back to 2v2, but then they don't have the equipment to pull through on the retake. They couldn't flash in, they had one smoke, but it's not going to help you that majorly. They knew that the terrorists were in the back of the bomb set, setting up the crossfire that you will go for in the 2v2 situation. But they also didn't have the gun on the hands of Taz, and no defuse kit, so the bomb was ticking faster and faster. They knew that the round was basically over before they started the retake. Now they will lose one of their guns, so to speak. The Nova is taken out. The 5-7 in the hands of Pasha gets removed as well. 5v3. Neo, Bialy, and Snacks still standing, separated from each other. One in the A apartment, one in the archway, and Snacks alone in the B bomb set. And he will make a stand. The first one goes down, almost getting the frag onto Smith as well, allowing Neo to have a small opening, but they spot him on the way to the construction area.
Gets a pickup. Just a couple.
And this is working like that. They could actually get more. Smith helps him out. Neo with the max 7, the second frag of the round onto Smith, making it a 1v2.
Shox, that's not going to work.
He misses that crucial shot.
He baited it.
1v1 right now.
He baited it so hard. Now with a real shot. Shox has to back up, but he still has the AK up against a 5-7. Titan 13-2 at the end of the first half. Really solid for Titan. Really, really solid for Titan.
Yeah, and still so many rounds went down to 1v1s, 2v2s, even though Virtus Pro had basically nothing to work with. No map control, no economy, nothing to really cheer themselves on, looking at the scoreboard and seeing a 10 or 11 or 12 and you're only sitting at 2. It will work your mind at one point in the round. Now Titan know that if they win the pistol round, it's going to be an easy end, or supposedly easy end, and they will try to do that with initial aggression over at B. Pasha though closes that out, and the Terrorists will make their way into middle. APK though answers back with the banana push. Existence with a double kill, making it a 4v2. Taz and Neo still on the works on DA bomb set, but Maniac is working in from Boiler Room already, supported by his teammates who are on the rotation. The bomb goes down, but Taz is alone with the Glock. He has enough bullets, but he doesn't hit them. And Titan will, or would have overwhelmed him anyway. No chance for Virtus.pro right now. 14-2 in favor of Titan. The Frenchmen are just rolling.
The only chance they've got is because the plan went down to have a lot of extra cash. Forced by anything you possibly can. I don't even care if you got to have like Tech 9's mags or whatever. Run straight down that mid, get a pick, or push directly up Banana. They've got to close the distance between themselves and Titan. Up against 3 M4s as well as 2 FAMAS. Titan is just going to be in the snuggest position if Virtus.pro try and play the range game with them. And that's actually what they're pretty much doing. Moving up very quickly. Existence already going to open up the account. Backs up a little bit further. There's still the smokes, and this is kind of like the downside about doing what you do. It's a high risk, high reward play. The smokes and nades really cause you troubles. Snacks cannot get control of archers. And Virtus.pro, they are looking like they are going to be 1 round away from a very, very rough round 18 and a lot of potential match points.
Yeah, and they also lost all the momentum coming into this round. They started off really quickly, just as you mentioned, close the distance, get in there, get close and personal, just shout in their faces, punch them in the chin, take them out with ease with the Tech 9s. But now they are slowed down, the CTs fell back into the defensive positions. There's a backstabber coming in, 2 CTs on the rotation, Existence still in the back, he moves out, and they actually get those 2 frags, so it's not yet over.
It's all about the retake now, and Smith's coming in close. He's still trying to play around the pillar, able to work it out. The last player up on spools, and while Neo at least goes for the stylish death, jumping through the air with 2 guns firing. Not really a CS player unless you've done that. He didn't actually have the dually, so he's not really a bad boy.
Batman.
That's bad boy. That's best. Actually, technically that's Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I actually saw a movie that you saw too.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, Virtus.pro on another 4-5 facing off against 13 match points.
And they got 1 smoke to put out one of the Molotovs, but there was too many down. So they can't just instantly run up through mid. And RPK's in a very sweet position. A new smoke can be placed, which means Shocks. Actually, his Maniac is going to be the man pressured over on the outside. Can't find the first pick, and Virtus.pro, this time, have left it to the last hour. But it is going to be, on the 18th round, the perfect entrance into A. Viali, okay, he won't survive. Existence will find the kill. But by doing so, he reveals his position over at CT spawn, and Virtus.pro very quick into it. They will get at least a rebuttal, and Taz like, yeah, I can sleep with that kill. That's awesome. 3-15, though, you're still facing 12 match points.
Yeah, I think Virtus.pro just saved those strategies for the last point, just to make us watch another overtime, just to extend this series some more. Because you saw Taz, he's just not impacted at all. He's just ice cold, clapping, high-fiving with his teammates, saying, okay, we will do this. We just won a round, and it's just one round after another. Just played round by round. They have those rifles to work with. They know Titan is saving. They are methodically working their way up into the deeper parts of Banana. The same goes for Snacks on Apartments. They will control those important parts of the map, and they will try to find the first frag and then execute on top of that as soon as they spot where the CTs are and if there is a stack as well.
They haven't seen anything yet. The smoke coverage on top of Banana is just so difficult to move through. Partial is sitting so close to Existence, but he'll never know. And if he pushes through the smoke, he puts his gun at risk, and so far, they put everything at risk. There's that first pick they wanted. It's going to be Neo. There's smokes, there's molly's been thrown up towards the B side, and they're trying to flush out Titan, so then Partial can do exactly that. Taking out Existence, he can switch for a better weapon if he wants to. I say switch for a better weapon. No, we can't do that. Now I'm getting tired of seeing extra M4s floating around on the map. 15-3. Maniac, he's going to drop, and Virtus.pro, they do successfully take out the round, and they lose nothing at all.
Almost clinical setup by Virtus.pro. They knew exactly what Existence or Titan is going to do. They waited for the smoke, or they threw in the smokes after they got the first frag in the middle, and then they knew Titan needs to gather some information. They need to see what is on the other side of the smoke, and Pasha was just waiting there for them. Neo kept taking a peek into A to see if there's a stack over at B, if it's risky to go there or not, and then after that they knew, okay, there is no stack, they just split each other up into 2 and 3, so we will keep pushing forward and just mop up those frags. Easily done by Virtus Pro. I would like to see them do more of that in the upcoming rounds to see this game get closer and closer.
It'll be good. But
I know it's late.
It's still eco. More than anything else, this is still eco. And that's where the problem comes. Like, these maneuvers are working primarily because Titan is still only walking around with pistols. Like Pasha, what he's getting away with right now is highway robbery murder. And Titans still get 2 revenge pickups. They're looking for a little bit more. It's going to be difficult. Shox is the last man left alive, and now that doesn't even exist. So it will be 15-5, but Titan, it was the second eco in a row. They're perfectly alright with this. Now we see buy round coming up for the CTs. A lot of M4s in there. Not a lot of Molotovs, so we just see smokes instead, as well as flashes and a couple of HGs.
Yeah, you have to see the bigger picture, right? Virtus Pro is just now letting Titan, or, well, they let Titan save, and now get Titan back on weapons, so they can stomp them again and reset the money, so they get even more rounds.
That's if they can stop them again. That's what it comes down
Trust.
to. You're still going to come down to these critical points when you have buy rounds from both sides. And Titan, they're trying to actually predict where VP will be moving. Now, the bomb is looking closer towards A. It's actually dropped currently at second mid, while Virtus Pro control top banana. The rotation is coming, so Titan actually moving Smiths off, and Shox will back up. So will RPK, so they want to let Virtus Pro just have the apartment area. They're still burned through the first, we're down to 50 seconds now, so there's not that much time left for Virtus Pro, and they're actually pulling back again and coming over to the B site, which is a very unprotected. There's only Maniac on that site, which is exactly what they want to have. There's your pop flash. Maniac couldn't find the first kill. Still got 13 bullets inside that clip. The Molotov pushing him out of the spot. As we'll find that frag, and now Titan. It's the decision not to engage. They're backing up to A. They're gonna let VP have this round.
Yeah, it's better to lose this round because of one frag instead of losing it and losing all the guns as well. They realize sometimes you have to admit defeat, and no offense, but they are French, they know how this works, you know, and they will just save those rifles for the next round. They know they can extend, you know, they can give away those rounds as well. It's not that big of a deal for them. They have still 10 rounds to spare with, and they can let this be run down to 5 or something until they feel some pressure. So no harm for Titan. A good call by Existence. A lot of in-game leaders don't have the patience to wait for that. So he will actually go in there and say, okay, wait, it's a 5v4. We know that Taz and Passion were low, but let's just not risk it. It's just not worth it. So they rather have a FAMAS for Shox and some equipment as well. Titan now just kind of playing the game with a lot of patience, and they can do that.
That's what it's all about, man. When you get the money to work with, you're gonna feel a lot more confident, and you just need one round. That's all it comes down to. So the Molotovs are gonna keep back Virtus Pro for the moment. The smokes keep bouncing down as well. Surprised that one doesn't actually fall into the chimney. Fake objects inside of CSGO. And Existence comes into that flashpoint, so keeps his back, waits for the flash, and that entrance, while Maniac, she's just spraying in a little bit. Doesn't connect on any of the VP players. And it's Pasha who's in close, who already managed to find one. Existence will drop. And Maniac feels very much alone. The bomb still hasn't decided where it's going to head. Virtus Pro, they're actually pushing in towards our side. 2 players, in fact, doing that. And Smiths will get dropped. Now they decide to grab that bomb, and they're pulling it over to A. Still 2 pit players. RPK playing it from range, taking out 2. And with the help of his teammate, they just push back Virtus Pro. And now VP, they were so adamant with the decision. Take the bomb to A. Doesn't work. Back it up to B. Pasha laying in wait. Throws down the smoke. So when you see T rotators, they're going to have a real rough time. And even Snacks playing that floater in mid. There should be another round going the way of Virtus Pro.
They will not even go for that. Yeah, wise choice again by Titan. Just realizing that there's no point in pushing through. Shox has 11 HP. RPK still has a lot of equipment on him. They will rather save and try their best in the upcoming round. But Snax and Bialy know that this is going to happen. They are going in for the frags, and they will both get those frags. So that was really important for Virtus Pro to get rid of some economy on Titan. And they will actually look at the frags for Titan. Just existence, putting up the numbers again as an in-game leader. I know it's... for some people, it seems like a cheap excuse, but if you are in the position to call and play at the same time, it is putting a strain on your aim. There is no way around it. If you properly call it, it will make you less effective on the duels, and Existence still keeps it together. 18 frags for him, 21 for Shox, who's getting back to his greater times right now. On the other side, we have 7 only for Taz, who is also the in-game leader for Virtus, and he is having a hard time figuring out what to do. But at the moment, he's carrying them, or he is calling them to a good streak.
Well, he didn't call them with Titan making that first push. That's the first real aggressive push they've done down the banana. And then they just move back. They've got the man advantage. The Maniac waiting up high. He was actually able to outshoot him. And doesn't, well, okay, he loses a fair amount of life, down to 14. And Existence just pulls himself back, hiding inside of Dark, and they're both trying to have a crack at him. Snax is the man to get the kill, and Shox, they're so low, Virtus Pro, just a couple of random bullets can probably do this for them. Titan just have to get that retake in. Problem is that losing too many players coming up through Banana. Very deep inside the site. The flashes too, over in Dark. But they got the crosses right. Smith can't do much more apart from maybe drop down their weapons. But then again, he gets 2. He's out of time, or is he?
Yeah,
there's no defuse kit, and he's already taken 4. He can at least look for the ace. Force Taz to shoot him, or blow himself up, is what's going to happen. Yeah, Smith waits for it. There's going to be his ace. 12 life. He lives on 3. Barely holding on to that M4. But Titan, I at least like the change-up. Aggressively pushing down, but they instantly fall back. They didn't try and capitalize on it. They didn't try and force any other riches because they're not getting the same pinch of movement from the apartment players of Titan.
Yeah, the thing is that Virtus Pro had, on the B bomb site, when the bomb was planted, they had, once again, a perfect crossfire setup. Even though they were all 3 in the back of the bomb site, they had one player a little further out to peek and see where the seeds are coming from. And obviously they hit their shots. And right now, it is just classic Virtus Pro play. They are coming back, and Titan is struggling on the money. They have 2 for masses for Maniac and Existence, but almost no equipment left. But Shox still has the gun, and that's enough for him to take down Nia to open up the round for the Frenchman, who still want to win this game. They don't want to end up like on overpass, you know? It's not like, yeah, we got to 15 rounds, that's enough for us. They still want to do it, and they're trying their very best to achieve that goal. Snax and Taz, however, get flashed back into middle, and they will see that there's nobody around. So that is also some kind of information that they can work on top of.
Virtus Pro, give it a shot. Taz does find one RPK to drop. That's the defender. He's still worried about the cheap spot. And they're actually dragging the bomb all the way back over to B. Now Existence and Maniac are still over there. And Smith is sitting halfway between the rotation. Shox is down inside the pit. And Taz pushes up. It's like, okay, well, where the hell are they? Sitting over at Fountain, Smith does bring down Taz. And this commitment has to be real. But Titan are in pretty good position to defend this. They've got the extra rotation coming in from CT. Pasha does manage to get through Existence, but they also committed mollies to do this, and they may not believe that Maniac is still here. The plant's going to go down. The spray comes through, takes out Snax. It was going to go for that plant. Pasha, they're running out of time. 3 seconds left on the clock. All Shox has to do is survive, and he's able to do so, and that will be it. The semi-final goes the way of Titan, as they will go 16 rounds to 8. Congratulations, they'll move themselves forward. And what a run.